Welcome to the PFD Performance YouTube channel. Pretty friggin' deadly.
All right, we're back from our super fun family vacation. Took a week to head down to Phoenix, get some warm weather, hit the Great Wolf Lodge. Kids had a blast. Parts came in while I was gone, so did the only thing that makes sense is immediately open all the boxes. And now I kind of want to pull this apart. So where we left off last time, the cam thrust setup was off. And I think I might have found the source of some of our material was in fact the timing gear. And I'll pull it off and we can look at it a little bit closer. But next step is just going to be, I'm going to pull the timing gear off the cam again. And I got to pull the gear off of the crank. And then the next step is going to be putting the new gear on the crank, and I've got a balancer install tool. Just don't know if I have a chunk of pipe that's going to work for shoving the new gear back on, but I'll see what I can find and we'll show you that. But for now, I'll just yank this off and we'll get back at you. I guess you saw most of that. Used a little bit of heat. Got the old one off. Got a high quality Howard's timing set. It's their billet double roller. It's kind of built for a roller cam. It's already got the Torrington bearing, and I'll bring the other one over here just to show you why I kind of wanted to make sure I was doing everything right, and why I got a whole new timing set is to make sure that the bearing was the right thickness and supposed to work with the cam, because it seemed like that one was a little bit off. But I'll get ready to put this on. But while you're live, I think I showed you this before, that here's the thrust bearing that was on the car, and like I would have expected there to be two wear plates, because it seems like this one is really close to this, that this could have ended up rubbing the cam or the block. But also, like, I have a strong feeling that this isn't hardened and wasn't necessarily made for the roller bearing to roll against it, because it seems like there's a nice groove here, and if it was all consistent, I would have thought, hey, maybe it was just supposed to go like that. But down here, it's not. Like, it's still got some of the casting grooves, and that nice clear flat surface goes away. So in my mind, there's a potential that this was rubbing, and that's where some material came from. All in all, just, I didn't like it. I didn't trust it. So I got a whole new one, and I feel like I can fully trust that. It was a kit, came together, and I'll show you here because I'll need to take it off to oil it. It's like a fully contained unit, and it doesn't pop off. Whereas that setup, I really had to get it sitting just perfectly to put it on. So I feel very confident that this is gonna work. Now I'll have to pop the new gear on the bottom. Plus, it's billet. It's gotta be better than what was on there, right? Now I did some reading, and some people are against the 9 keyway gears, saying that there's extra stress concentrators on the crankshaft. I'm hoping that that was just maybe some old 9 keyway, because I just couldn't find a 3 keyway in the billet in the goods roller setup. So who knows, maybe we'll throw back to this clip in a while when the crank snout's fucked up because of this. I hope not, but that's always a possibility. And that's a risk I guess I was willing to take. But this, we're gonna install straight up and hope that the cam card stays the same. It's really tight on that keyway. Well, I guess you don't want it to be loose. Now, what does a fella have that we can use to slide that on? I'm gonna go search the garage for something here. I'll try and press the stop button and hopefully it works. Cooler heads prevailed. I think the most logical thing to do is to use the balancer hub, because it fits good. And I don't have a piece of pipe. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna just grab a big wrench. And it's probably this guy? Nope. 5/8? Yes. All right. So now we just gingerly slide this on. This is definitely the easier way to do it, but it just means that we have to pull the balancer back off. I keep saying balancer, but this is an internally balanced engine, and it's got a hub for the blower pulley. Now we are either out of thread or the hub is fully installed and the pulley doesn't seem to be. We've hit some firm snuggage. I do not feel like that's fully seated, so might have to find something to put between the hub and the gear. Now, what do I have that we could jam in there? That would be nice and even. How about we go for the trusty angle iron? Doesn't seem overkill at all. Okay, we'll keep that because we're gonna need it anyway. And then you can grab the tool again. That's all we needed, like an 1/8 inch extra. Gears installed. Time to pull off the balancer. Keep saying balancer. It's not what it is. I don't even know what to call it. Pulley hub? Pretend balancer? Now, this is a bearing. So we will get some oil in it. See if we can spin some of this assembly lube down in. Seems to have percolated. Now, get our timing mark. Put the new thrust button in. I have a feeling we're going to have some clearance issues. All right, the chain looks way straighter than it did before. And I did get a new gasket, so I'll quickly clean this up and we can use a brand new gasket to check thicknesses. All right, trying to get a decent measurement here. I have a feeling though that I'm not gonna be able to get this timing cover flush. It's just a sneaking suspicion. This should do. Ultimately, there will be a tickle of silicone here too. I got this. Okay. Now, will it fit? No. So I have a feeling this is what happened last time, and to make it fit, a thrust washer was pulled out, or like a wear plate was pulled out, and then it was left with tension on it. And I would say we've got a good 1/16 of an inch to pull off of this thing. Easy. So I'm gonna have to take this on and off to get the thrust bearing out, and then slowly remove some material until we get happy with how much thrust we've got. Which, given that it's still a steel cover, like I'd be happy with a little less than what they, 5 to 10 thousandths, just because there could be a little bit of movement. We don't want the camshaft to move that much. But I will say, now that this bearing is on here, the lifter is riding way better, dead center of the lobe. So I'm really happy that we made this change, and I think we're heading the right direction with getting this thing back together slightly better than it was before. Now the question is, do I utilize this old one to figure out our measurement and then fine tune that one to the measurement just so I don't screw it up? I might go that route. See how this goes. That kind of worked out well. The bearing on the thrust, let it spin, so I think we got a pretty even little grind. Okay, now let's just do a calibrated measurement. It should be 0950. So that's 09440. And what's this one? 950. Now, what's a 1/16 in thousandths? 0620. So then we go 09. Yeah. I think we got a fair amount to take off of this thing still. Yeah, it was 625 is a 1/16. We want it to be around 890. Otherwise, we're just gonna take forever. All right, here we go. Might have got a little aggressive. Okay. All right. Okay, can you just cooperate? Okay, thank you. Now, question for you guys. Maybe you can leave your answer down in the comments for those of you that are watching through to this point. Do you silicone the gasket to the block or to the cover? I've heard a couple different opinions, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to take into account which option gets the most votes. I think it makes the most sense to do it on the cover, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Been wrong about things before. Okay. Moment of truth. Does it touch? Go to your home. Doesn't appear to touch. So maybe going smaller on that was a good idea, because now we'll know whatever length it is, and we'll measure our thrust, and by doing some simple math, we can figure out how long the buttons are supposed to be. And we got our gasket in, and I'll try and center the bolts around where the cam button lives, so we can get nice and stiff. Reading. Can't tell if it's rocking back and forth on the cam or if maybe we've got just a slight bend in the cover after all the tension that it had before. Time will tell. Okay. has been worth it. Well, that's closer than I thought. I'll bring in. So right now that's fully forward. So probably hard to read the numbers. But right now it's sitting at 16 and a half. If I pry it back, I get to 0. And if I just lightly go forward, 16 and a half. And if I really pried on it, I could probably get a little bit, but not much. Then I pry this back, 16 and a half. So essentially we want it to be at least 10 thou less than this, which means we need the proper button to be 10 thou longer than the one that's currently installed. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, honestly, this is kind of nice to validate that this is getting corrected to what it should be compared to what it was. Amazing. All right, well, I'll just end this and I'll bring you back once I got the new one put in. I'm here to report. I'm an idiot. Thought you might want to know that. Yeah. Just when I thought we were getting closer, I went and made this too small. Like an idiot. Like I tried to prevent. Measured it 32 times. And it's just like when you're backing up to line up and hook up a trailer. I thought I had, you know, a whopping 2/10 to take off. And all of a sudden, I took off 4. Don't ask me how. I'm stupid. So I'm gonna have to get back on the internet and see if I can't find another one. And I might just have to go have a cold snack and recuperate. That was dumb. Like, really dumb. So, yeah. Stupid. So stupid. So that's going to do it for right now. I'm going to go Google, because I don't feel like doing anything else sketchy in here. These aren't that expensive. It's just annoying to have to wait. So if I don't have to wait too long, we might be in the clear. I'll be back.